I am a citizen of a nation which is known for its varied culture and tradition. I am a citizen of a nation which is known for its unity in diversity. I am a citizen of a nation which was once known as a golden sparrow, but due to the destroying policies of the Britishers, our economy was completely ruined. But yet today I can proudly say that I belong to a nation which is the fifth largest economy in terms of GDP. Warm greetings, respected audience and the dignified adjudicators present up here. This is Mandeep from Maharshi Dayanand University. In the opinion of this house, the G20 presidency will help India emerge as a Vishwaguru. I stand here strongly to speak in the favor of the motion. The global economy is facing unprecedented uncertainties and instabilities. And as the central banks all across the globe tread into uncharted duties, that is quantitative tightening, the role of G20 assumes greater significance as a platform connecting the developed and the rapidly developing nations and assumes greater significance in shaping global trends and practices. Unfortunately, we assumed the G20 presidency on the 1st of December 2022. According to our Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, at the right time when we entered into the phase of Amrit Kal, which is referred to the period between 2023 to 2047. India reigns the G20 presidency at a juncture best described in a novel of Charles Dickens, A Tale of Two Cities. It is the greatest of times, it is the worst of times. It is the spring of hope, it is the winter of despair. Congratulations, countrymen, because this presidency will help us present ourselves as the world's largest democracy, will help us present ourselves as the leadership quality at the world level. Whereas India's presidency and its role can be clearly understood by the fact that G20 is a premier forum and economic international organization which comprises of 85% of the world economy, 75% of the global trade and 2/3 of the world's population. Despite the fact that G20 comprises of the 19 countries plus the European Union, thus adding the total strength to be 27, it has wide agendas ranging from financial stability, debt burden, the sustainable development goals, financial stability, health infrastructure and much more. The fact that India is a part of G20 is itself an evidence that it is capable of becoming a world leader. Thus, the point that my opponents might say that we are not capable of becoming a Vishwaguru is clearly and visibly contradicted by this fact. The G20's goal of India is clearly manifested in the theme One Earth, One Family, One Future, which has its Sanskrit translation as Vasudhaiva Kutumbakam. Dr. Sanjeev Kumar, a member of Governing Board, National Institute of Health, has clearly referred that the world is one family, and as seen in the pandemic era, the presidency of India of 2023 should propagate this fact, and we are actually doing it. It is a medium of change and world transition in this era of multi-dimensional crisis of food, energy, and security. My worthy opponents might here say that the problems such as the post-pandemic era, the worsening climatic conditions, the food shortage and the poor health infrastructure may act as hurdles in the pace of India becoming a Vishwaguru. But let me here address my audience and my determined opponents and remind them that India is known for its strategical behavior since time immemorial. We are known for our strategical behavior, and we are going to use this trait to address and provide constructive solutions to various challenges such as reviving global health, robust global growth and providing more decisive climatic actions, accelerating the SDGs or the Sustainable Development Goals and leading the world to live in eco-friendly, sustainable lifestyle would be more priority areas in the next few months. Before actually dreaming of becoming a Vishwaguru, let's understand what's the basic scenario of our nation. We are the world's third largest economy in terms of military expenditure, second largest in terms of armed forces, fifth largest economy in terms of GDP, and the third largest economy in terms of purchasing power parity. We have managed to become a nuclear power, a regional power, a global economic power, and a potential superpower. Most importantly, my friends, we are the world's largest youth power with more than 65% of the population below the age group of 35. The youth is the biggest strength and asset of a nation. As it is very well said by Acharya Charak that nothing is impossible if we have these 6 virtues, which include knowledge, science, logic, reasoning, ability to adapt, and much more. Our youth is clearly at best in all of these virtues. We have shown commendable performances in sectors such as healthcare, education, science and technology, and providing innovative ideas to the world. According to a report by CII, if our demographic dividend is equally and properly divided, our GDP growth can be increased from $3 trillion in the present to $9 trillion by 2030 and $40 trillion by 2047. This G20 presidency will help us showcase ourselves as the world's largest democracy, show our huge culture and diversity, because we are going to organize around 200 plus meetings at 56 different locations. It is estimated that more than 1 lakh people are going to visit India, and it would be a first visit to India for more than 50% of them. Thus, every single one of us should put our best foot forward to showcase our strengths, our culture and diversity, so that our culture can be exported to the whole world outside. The G20 grouping is clearly important for us because of the fact that it brings under its umbrella all the 5 permanent members of the UNSC, thus carving way for India to become a permanent membership in the near future. It also brings under its umbrella all the G7 countries and the BRICS nations as well, thus giving this grouping a very, very strategical and significant importance. Hope, harmony, peace and stability are going to be the key and prominent areas that will outline India's G20 presidency. Do you know that twice the number of peacekeeping forces as compared to the permanent members are sent by our own nation India to successfully complete the peacekeeping missions all across the globe? In this fast changing geopolitical era, it is a well accepted fact that India's governance strategy, which represents multilateralism and popularism, will clearly represent the finest years of India's G20 presidency. With all of these evidences, I can clearly and confidently say that this G20 presidency will help us attain our goal of becoming a Vishwaguru earlier and better, in a better way than we have expected. Thank you very much.